All right. Anything new? We, it's different in that we've got a whole different secondary than we had last year right now. And then actually we got 3 out of the 4 that are different than 2 weeks ago. So as far as Jalen's concerned, I'm sure Sean's already said, but we're evaluating him. He is a pro. He knows where he is. I think, so it's a situation where you have to evaluate where he is and how much he needs to play in this ball game. So we're still in that process right now. We've gone through a walkthrough. Now we're going to go through a full speed practice and see where he is. We'll continue that tomorrow and see where we are.
Wade, have you been in a situation before in the past where you've brought in a player of this stature at this point in the season and tried to get it together?
We hadn't brought in that many great players in the middle of the season, but actually Fowler came in in the middle of the year last year, so this is a little earlier. But we've had good players come in before, and the good thing is, you talk about Aaron Donald. We didn't play him, but he hadn't played in any games. He hadn't been in training camp. He hadn't played in any games, and so that's where the evaluation process was there. This guy's at least played almost every play in 3 games. Now, he hadn't played in some other games, so that's why you still don't know right now.
Coach, when the secondary is, when you make changes like you have, what are some of the big issues that you face when you go against a team that likes to pass the way that they do?
Well, you have the same issues in that they're a great they're number 1 in the league in yardage and passing yardage. The quarterbacks, we know Julio Jones, we know their receivers, and quarterback Matt Ryan's playing great. So, they have probably the top passing offense in the league. So it'd be a challenge whether we, had all the same people or different ones. And let me say one thing about the people that we had before now. Talib and Marcus are not only great players but great people. So we certainly miss them that way. But we're looking forward to what we have, and the guys. We have to make it. The good thing is Jalen, from what we know about him already, is a real smart guy. So even in the stuff he's done already, he's pretty quick on everything. So if he does play, I think he can play with a bigger menu than a normal guy coming in would play with. So that's a good thing. But yeah, it's a challenge. Whoever you have out there against them, you have to have a good rush too. It's not just the coverage, but you have to have a good rush. They hurt you then in that they've got Julio, who matches up against anybody from man to man. So and then they've got receivers that like Sanu really gets open and zone coverages really well. And the short, quick routes, even in man-to-man. So they've got some talented receivers, and the quarterback, like I said, he goes through the whole progression, though. You can see that, man. He goes here, he goes there, and then, boom, he goes over there. A lot of them will go here, or just one, but he goes right through the coverage, and he usually throws to the guy that's has the best chance of getting open. And they have players that can get open.
Kenny Young is a new addition to the linebacker room coming over from the Ravens. Just right. Someone you guys were familiar with draft prep from last year. What can he bring to this defense?
Yeah, Kenny's a talented athlete. We brought him in here as I believe one of our 30 before the draft. So we talked to him. We obviously studied him a lot, and then him being from UCLA, we knew a lot about him. But we knew he was a really talented athlete. He's a pro athlete in that he can run. He's changed direction. He has speed. So he has some real good assets.
On Tuesday, how long was there between your hearing about the Marcus Peters deal and hearing about the Ramsey deal?
It was pretty close. It was pretty close. Yeah, it wasn't long. It wasn't a long time, no. But but we were told, hey, Marcus is gone, but we're trying to do this, and it came about fairly quickly.
Did
Yeah, I mean, we put Troy in last week, and he played well for us. And Darius had a real good preseason. We think he's got a bright future. So, we have some guys that can play. What's that? Well, he's having another sensational year. I mean, I think he was overlooked last year. Like I said, I mean, he had 5 interceptions last year. He's a guy that makes big plays, and he makes a lot of plays. He's in on most of the tackles. So, he's having a real good year. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty quiet. He knows what's going on, but he is what I'd call not a talker. So, but he will answer. He will answer the question. If you ask him anything about football, he knows it. And that's a good thing. So.
Have you been satisfied or pleased with the pressure that you guys are getting on quarterbacks, or do you feel like that's something?
Well, I think it's always, you always want as much as you can get. I mean, I think, I don't know all the stats from the league, but I would say we're pretty close to as many, not sacks, but pressures as anybody. Obviously, Aaron is a big factor in that, but I think our other guys are doing a good. And Clay Matthews had 6 sacks in 5 games, so I thought we were getting. Yeah, I thought we had pretty good pressure.
The type of skill set that Jalen brings in man coverage, how does that open things up for what you like to do with bringing pressure and sending different players?
Well, again, it's all about what the players can do, and if you're fortunate to have a lockdown type cornerback, you can help other guys more and rush more people, basically, in some situations. So yeah, he gives you more versatility than you would normally have.
Is Troy Reader starter at linebacker spot?
No, Troy's played. Yeah, he played. Troy's again. I think he had 16 or 18 tackles last week. I mean, he's come in and done a really good job for a guy that was a free agent and actually played pretty well. That's it, right? All right. Thank y'all.